Welcome to the newest region here in War Room, my friends. According to the agency, insurgents responsible for intelligence gathering and communication between terrorist cells reside in this sector. Their commander, known as the Ghost, is the chief courier of Kushan's terrorist leader Omar Gulen Nabi. This cell is engaged not only in spying, but also in passing information to other insurgent branches. Most of the members are recruited from local villagers, but you could find radicals from all over the world in their ranks too. Guys, we need to get rid of them. In our first missions, we eliminated 2 of the head honchos here, but now we're going for Abdul Rawad and Essa El-Jabir. Both of these guys extremely important. Now, we found an old Soviet base, which is going to be the base of operations for our new campaign, of course. And let's go ahead and get that dealt with. Now, I want to see what the first mission is going to be. Capture FOB fighter. So, guys, we need to actually capture this base. It looks like there might even be potentially enemies here waiting for us. So let's go ahead and send a drone. I'm also going to assign a hell of a task force. Now that we accomplished the first mission, and if you guys want to see that, I recommend you take a look at our previous videos. We actually were able to unlock some shopping points. I think over 200. So we can use that to purchase some additional men, etc. And make sure that they follow us into this new area. I want to make sure we got Spec Ops coming with us, heavy infantry. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. We're going to need another transport vehicle, though. Let's take a Bison. And let's take a Wolf, too. Wolves are actually really good APCs for attack. So that might actually work out in our favor as well. I just want to get a good eye here on the base. Let's get a drone feed and see if we can spot any enemies at this old Soviet base. So I already see some veteran insurgents. Let's put on the white hot, guys, so we get a perfect visual here. Quite a few veteran insurgents here. I'm not seeing any vehicles, though. So I'm hoping our boys will be able to walk in here and take this area pretty quickly. Of course, as always, we'll come back when we get that... Well, first of all, we could just call in some gunmetal right now. When we get our men to arrive, I will go ahead and call in some arbitrary shots with the Ghost Raider. Now, this is kind of the equivalent of an AC-130. I just don't want to harm the base, but let's see how the Ghost Raider does. Here we go, guys. We're going to call him in. I'm going to keep it on normal visuals here. 37 seconds as our men are arriving, and at least we can make this just a little bit easier on them. Prepare to fire, boys. Now, this is what War Room is all about. Let me know in the comments down below, do you prefer the Iron Bow visuals, the normal, or the white hot? I don't think we've ever tried the Iron Bow for an attack like this, but I want to keep it on normal just to see kind of what it looks like from distance. Open fire. Oh, baby.
Our actions inflicted civilian casualties.
Oh, boy. I don't know anything about that. Well, guys, I thought it was going to be a different kind of... Let's not talk about that. Can we just ignore it? Can we just ignore it? Casualties of war are par for the course, I guess. But I think we've cleared out the space, and for sure our men should have absolutely no issue now getting in here. There's just no way. We've already got that group going towards the base. And hopefully we can take over without much issue. Another thing I want to do here, guys, is the shopping. Get some heavy infantry and some light infantry. I'm going to save the rest of my funds because one crazy thing about this game that I think makes it so fascinating is that we don't just get to now ignore this region. We have to watch this region and this region at the same time, which obviously is not easy. Now, we also have a concern of a terrorist attack. I am going to send a drone over there to see if we can inspect and make sure everything's okay. And hopefully our other guys are heading over towards the new base. And as you can see, quite a long ride, but they are going over there, guys. And our war in Afghanistan continues. Let's take a look here and see if we could spot these insurgents. Or maybe nothing at all is going on. Putting on the white hot. Yes, scanning.
New enemy position
wow.
discovered.
Okay, guys. This is certainly a new enemy position. So we could actually send some men over here to the village. I think we're going to hold for now and really just focus on the attack here. But we could actually take some guys from base and order them to go ahead and head out to the village to attack. Maybe it's something we want to consider doing. So that's a mission success there. Capture FOB fighter and the threat of attack on village. So I guess that's it. We don't actually have to send anyone. They simply know that we have actually gone there. And I will send the drone to FOB fighter. We already had a drone there, but of course we sent him over to this mission. So let's pop over there. We know that that's a hostile area, but we'll have to go back and deal with it a little bit later. Here we go. Mission started in a flash. Mustafa bin Sui turned out to be very helpful. Under interrogation, he revealed information about insurgents planning and conducting attacks. His information states that a group of insurgents are moving explosives that could be used in another attack. Guys, we need to destroy those explosives. We're going to assign some men to that. We only have light infantry, so they're going to have to do. And of course, I'm hoping that we can also send in a drone, given some time. But that's not a mission we can ignore. We've got to go to it immediately. Let's get to it, folks. Like to also send a drone, but we have to call this one back. So let's return with this drone. And we're going to go ahead and look for these explosives. Here we go, folks. Look how far that is. It's going to take forever for our light infantry to get over there. I guess we could take a look and see if we can destroy them right now. Just get rid of the explosives before our men even arrive. Okay, look at that. An insurgent, 2 insurgent pickups, guys. That's got to be the meeting place of the terrorists. I'm going to just put on the white hot. Yes. Guys, we're going to call in the mother of all bombs, a Moab. Teach these guys a lesson not to mess with America. Let's call in the Moab. Let's finish them off once and for all. I'm not looking to take any prisoners here. I'm looking to score some easy kills on some terrorist leaders. And to get rid of any weapons, of course, that are being transported here. Let them have it, boys. Moab versus terrorist leader. Let them have it. It's going to be a mission accomplished, my friends. A complete mission accomplished. Just wonderful to see that there. And of course, 2 dead. Just 2 of them. But it was enough to stop, of course, the weapons deal going on there. We can't have these terrorists trafficking weapons. That's just absolutely horrifying. So what I am going to do is bring that drone back. Let's return with him. And we're going to send the drone over to the new base. It looks like we still have a long way to go to get to that new base. It's quite a ways away, to be honest with you. Thanks to other information collected from Mustafa bin Saud, we were able to locate the insurgents' hideout, where Arya Al-Thara is expected to be hiding. Al-Thara is a fanatic in charge of training suicide bombers. She's suspected of planning numerous attacks that have killed at least 65 people. Eliminating her will greatly help our efforts in Kushan province. Guys, we are absolutely going to head over there. I don't know if I'm going to send any men. If I can knock her out just with the drone itself. We've gotten so many chances here during this second part of the campaign to just kind of find these targets on our own. So again, we're not trying to bring her in, but there are so many insurgents here. Look at that. Just so many insurgents. So, you know what? I don't think we have a choice. I think we have to send men. Let's assign. Alright, we're going to send the mother load in, guys. Spec Ops, Veteran Light Infantry. But it's mostly going to be Veteran Light Infantry. This is going to have to be the mother of all missions. So the Bison is great against enemy infantry. I want to get the Wolf as well. It's just an MRAP I enjoy. The Tin Can and the Wild Yak. This is an ordnance disposal vehicle. Now, that doesn't mean it actually protects us against IEDs. The Blaster, however, does. So I'm going to bring the Blaster as well. And I am going to bring, not a Wild Boar, another Tin Can. I'm going to bring in some light infantry too, guys. We can't fail this mission. And considering how many defenders that terrorist leader has, I say we're safer if we just send whoever the hell we can here to fight her. So we're sending our boys in. Once we get on top of the target, that's when I'm going to start calling in air support. I think that's just the safest way. Hopefully we can capture her, but if we have to kill her, that's what we'll do. We'll do whatever we need to secure the area. While that's going on, we're also about to secure the next region. And you can see there's going to be a lot more regions that we have to deal with. So this is really just the beginning, guys. Alright guys, intelligence has acquired information about Abul Ghani Rawud the Ghost. And of course, now to find the actual ghost, we can do a stick and carrot method. I'm not sure what this is exactly. Sanctions and arrests, which would lose popularity for us in the sector, or buy information, which only loses us SP. And we can actually stand to lose the SP here. So let's head over there. It looks like we've also taken the forward operating base, which is just wonderful. I just want to get a drone feed here on the area and see if we could spot our boys arriving. They should be getting here close. One cool thing that I noticed about this game is that once you get into territory you haven't yet taken, then you lose sight of where your men are. So you don't get like a perfect visual of them moving into location because of that. So I'm thinking we'll just make things easier for the boys, try to take out the technicals here. Although I do want to keep this realistic, so we're going to wait until our men arrive. Although they're getting very, very close. Well, unfortunately, she doesn't want to cooperate at all, guys. I believe that she's actually going to retreat before our men get there. So we're going to go ahead. Our men have just returned to base. But we've sent a group here, and we're actually going to get an order to attack the base. Turns out that Mustafa bin Suid lied to his interrogators and sent us on a wild goose chase for Alia Al-Thada, and that ended in a dry hole. What's worse, the insurgents overran a village in retaliation for our actions and threatened to start killing the villagers if we do not comply with their demands. Guys, we are going to attack the village, and we don't have enough time to send in men. I don't believe we have enough time anyway. I wonder if we can cancel an order here and actually order him to return. But what we're going to do is actually send a drone and hit this location as hard as we can. It's that simple. By the time our men get there, she's going to be gone, and we're actually on the hunt for another terrorist leader nearby. So I'd like to just go ahead, try to cause damage, but we have to be careful. This area is full of civilians, and I mean full of civilians. So we're going to try to do some very surgical attacks to make our arrival just a little bit easier. Ghost Raider. I think the gunmetal is going to be the lighter attack, right? I don't know, guys. We're going to call in some gunmetal. I didn't even... Can we cancel support? Well, whatever happens, happens. And over here, let's just call in a crow. So these are all veteran insurgents. I'm not seeing any civilians in this general area, guys. Let's hope that our gunmetal and our crow can get just a little bit of revenge for the bad information we received. I do want to be very careful, though. A lot of veteran insurgents, but also potentially a lot of civilian targets. Let's get back when these arrive. Best of luck to us. Yeah, I think that's where the civilians are, up there. So we are at least attacking what looks to be a terrorist area. Alright, look at this, guys. They have begun their attack. They've just arrived. Oh my goodness! So these, of course, are our attack helicopters here. Just wasting the enemy. Unbelievable, guys, the type of attack we've got here. Let's just keep up the fire. I think we should almost call in another one. One of our Blackhawks went down. Two of them, guys. 2 choppers down. Oh, that is not going to look good on the after-action report. I'm going to have to do something about that, guys. I think those pickup trucks were a big issue. Let's call in support. Let's try to call in a hog. Hog run. It's definitely going to hit civilians if we do that. We're going to have to do it right up the street. No, we got to do it even better than that, guys. We cannot let them get away with that. This is how dangerous this mission has now gotten. It's going to have to work. Call in the hog run right there. I'm going to call in a second hog run right up the street over here to try to take out that other technical, just in case we don't hit the first one. But I'm trying to avoid hitting any buildings. I know, for instance, these are not civilians. These are all terrorist targets. Oh, wait a minute. No, those are civilians. Those are definitely civilians. Alright, well, collateral damage is going to be happening here. That's for sure. Unfortunately, guys, part of war here. Let's get that first run in. Boom! Alright, we wiped out a lot of them, but we also inflicted civilian casualties. Of course, that's going to affect overall trust. And it's too bad we can't call off a gun run here, because that's also going to hit civilians. Hopefully we also hit that technical, though. We're sure to hit some insurgents, too. But as you can see, massive amount of casualties on the civilians. At this point, we do have men arriving, but I'm almost tempted to bring in some more vultures to keep on hitting this location, just to make sure that our men have an easy time getting to the pilots here. Let's see. Calling in a Moab seems way overkill. We're going to call in another gunmetal run. For the vulture runs, I'm hoping that those vulture runs can fire now, and indeed they can, so we can start knocking out most of these technicals, I hope. Here we go, guys. Just make it easier for our helicopters to do their job. Here we go. Wish us luck, folks. We've got a lot of support incoming. This is a hell of a village. By the way, let me know in the comments below if you prefer this view, or if you prefer the white hot or the iron bow view. I think we'll keep it on iron bow for this one. We usually use white hot, but I want to see how those vultures strike the enemy. Getting those technicals is really going to help us. Let them have it. Boom! Boom! Another target down. Boom! Another target down, although unfortunately that one did hit a building, guys. This game is very realistic in the way that damage happens in war. Sometimes there's just not anything you can do, or not anything anyone wishes to do, really. But we've got our gunmetal arriving. I think we should bring a Crow in first, but we've risked enough helicopters here. So let's just hope that he can deal with the heavy insurgent fighters over here. I am not going to risk any more ordnance on this area. I think we've done more than enough damage. We've got that poor chopper down. I hope that we've got some surviving pilots inside. But honestly, this mission is looking like a bust all the way down. This is Black Hawk down for sure. We do have men arriving as well, so we should be able to secure the village, but after what we've done, I don't think anybody's going to be very happy. I think they're going to be quite upset, actually. Gunmetal is arriving, boys. There he is. I hope you have more luck than your friends. See, we're taking fire from over here. That's where we need to get some fire. Yeah! Wow. Seems to be pretty light fire. I hope they don't have any RPGs or anything like that. But if he can just keep this up and keep targeting them, we should be okay. We still got some insurgents, of course, hiding over here near the trees, etc. Come on, son. Got one of them right there, too. And I think he's off to safer pastures. He might also be getting distance so that he could still fire at these targets without being too at risk for being shot down. Man! You can see he's trying to hit that veteran insurgent. Unfortunately, he's hiding out amongst a lot of different civilians here. Alright, I'm going to trust our boys to finish the mission here. And as you can see, potential breach of international law. I know. We did our best. I do apologize for that, but it does happen. It definitely happens, boys. Low HQ trust. And as you can see, if this continues, due to those attacks, those committed war crimes, we won't be allowed to return. We did get a mission success here, and hopefully we'll have a mission success over here too at Thunderstruck. Of course, allowing us to maybe rebuild a little bit back of that HQ trust. But that just goes to show you what happens when you get collateral damage in this game. It's not messing around, it's quite serious. I'm hoping by accomplishing the mission, though, we can get that above. And of course, by helping out the people that we still have on our side, we can definitely boost HQ trust just a little bit. Not going to purchase anything now. I think that mission should be resolving soon. We've definitely sent another group out there. But I do want to see the final casualties of that operation. And there we go. So as you can see, enemies killed in action 15. Ultimately, we did manage to accomplish the mission without any losses on our side, but the civilian losses were dramatic. And in the future, if we want to do well in this game, we've got to, of course, try to avoid that. So I love that little tidbit here in War Room, just kind of a cool touch, and I hope you guys enjoyed another episode here in our War Room series. I'm not going to call it a campaign, because I don't follow up with many campaigns, but if you guys have any ideas on what you want to see next, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much, boys. I'll catch you on the next one, and thank you for watching.